Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. My name's Erica. I'm one of the admissions advisors over here at International TEFL Academy, and today we are joined by Natalia. Hi, Natalia.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Good. So Natalia is going to be chatting with us today about teaching in San Jose, Costa Rica as a member of the LGBTQ community. So we're very excited to have her today. So yeah, why don't we just dive straight in, Natalia? Tell us a little bit about where you're from, what got you here, like why you decided to teach abroad, all that fun background stuff.
Cool, yeah. So my name is Natalia Ramos. I'm originally from Panama City, Panama, but I was born there and then raised in Virginia Beach, Virginia. What got me teaching abroad was actually a funny story. It was my previous job that actually landed me here in Costa Rica, and I fell in love with it. I was like, I have to come back some way. And then I also wanted to help, people who are actually striving to get to the next level in their career in some way, shape, or form. And also, it's like a close thing for me as well because my mom's second language is English as well. So, being in a lifestyle where you had to learn a whole new language all over again really inspired me to be able to do the same for other people and to be able to help them in some way.
That's awesome. And because it's been a very frigid June here in Chicago, I'm only slightly jealous of the fact that you're in a much warmer climate.
Yes, it's absolutely beautiful here. Like, I'm looking out the window right now and there's mountains all around us. It's amazing. It is the wet season though, so there's a lot of rain, but tons of sunshine. It's awesome.
That's amazing. Well, tell us a little bit about before you started teaching abroad. Like, were there any concerns that you had at all?
Actually, not at all. The people here in Costa Rica are very open, and honestly, they accept so many people in many ways, shapes, and forms. So I think the only thing that I had a concern about was actually coming out. I mean, I'm pretty obvious in some ways just because I dress more masculine, but at the same time, they love to have conversations with everyone. And other than that, I think it was just getting a job in general when I came here, but it's been no concern whatsoever. I've made tons of friends while I was here.
That's awesome. Were there any particular resources that you found helpful when you were getting ready to teach abroad or even like after you arrived?
The STEP program actually for the U.S. government helped me out a lot. There's actually a section where they cater to LGBT travelers, and I did my research there. And then also once I received a job offer here, the job that I work for is actually very open to the LGBT community, and they actually gave me tons of resources for the community as well if I wanted to be able to volunteer or meet other LGBT people who are actually Costa Rican as well.
Wow, that's incredible. That actually kind of like leads me into the next question I was going to ask is you were deciding where you wanted to teach. How did like being a member of the LGBT community, did that like impact your search in different countries that you were looking into? Like, can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So being Latina, I definitely wanted to be able to go back to Central or South America in some way. So with being here previously in Costa Rica and seeing how much they're expanding here, I wanted to be able to at least start here. And then if I wanted to start going downwards towards south, I definitely wanted to try to go back to Panama as well. Asia interested me a lot. But I don't know, something just attracted me here to Central America. So I did my research, also looked into their history with LGBT rights. Costa Rica is very big on protecting their employees who are LGBT. So that actually helped me out a lot as well with my job research.
That's so wonderful. Was there like anything unexpected that you faced at all with being a member of the LGBT community that you want to share?
Actually, it was a big positive experience for me. Being from the States, of course, we have mostly equal rights for marriage and things like that, but it's pretty much the same overall over here as well. I mean, there's different laws, of course, that you must apply to follow, but nothing necessarily surprised me. unlike, a lot of things that happened to LGBT people recently in the States. But everyone's been open and positive about their rights. They're actually about to receive marriage rights as well within this next year. So everyone's been supportive of it.
Wow. So you're entering you're in Costa Rica and there's like a big, exciting change happening. That's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to be part of it.
Yeah. Well, kind of a fun question. Can you share your thoughts on dating abroad over in Costa Rica?
Well, I actually have a girlfriend, so it's been great. Yeah, like
Costa Rican?
Yes, she is Costa Rican. Yeah, she's really cool. She's actually taught me a lot about dating here in Costa Rica. Many people our age, like millennials, have been open in public, which have actually changed, I guess, the attitude and the climate of how people view LGBT dating in general. So it's been very easy for the most part. It's been a great experience too. A great person. Keeps me happy, of course. But yeah, it's been great.
Oh, that's amazing. That actually leads me into my next question, is I was going to ask about your community abroad. Like, can you tell us a little bit about that?
That's super supportive over here. Everything from like the gay scene, where they have their own clubs, their own bars. Everyone's super open. And it's cool because like I also know a lot of people who are in the Vogue scene. That's been pretty popular lately as well. A lot of the TV shows that are out showing the history of Vogue. So they've been holding a lot of dance stuff lately. I'm a dancer as well. So being a part of that community as well has definitely excited me and broadened my horizons as well, seeing a different culture.
Yeah. It sounds like you've actually been in Costa Rica for a little while. Like, how long have you been teaching there for?
I've been here since January. We started teaching with the company that I work for since February. So just a couple months, yeah.
Really cool. Any memorable experiences that stand out since you moved over there? Funny stories, whatever it may be?
Oh man, I would definitely say this. I would definitely say the way I met my girlfriend's different. Like we met through Tinder/Instagram. Their dating seems very different with Tinder. They actually like to meet a lot more friends that way instead of just dating in general. So we got to know each other, and then we met at a bar, of course, and then it just kind of led off from there. So yeah, I mean, it was pretty interesting. Never dated someone that way at all. I don't even know why I got Tinder at first, but I'm happy I got it, obviously. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
I love that. Hey, it's a great way to make friends, right? You got to expand that community.
Exactly.
Move,
Exactly.
I love it. What about like, were there any difficult experiences you had that you would mind sharing when you first got there or whenever?
I would definitely say getting around the city. It's not like your normal, Chicago avenue and then street type deal where it's just like a grid system. Only the city, like inner cities like that, but everything else is just hills and winding roads. So definitely trying to get around at first was difficult. I got lost a couple times, but it was a great experience because I got to see other places. So it was really cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And like, one of my favorite parts about moving to another country is getting to see a different culture, having that culture experience different things about your culture, and just really like breaking barriers and everything.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like in Costa Rica, did the locals have any stereotypes, or did you have any stereotypes of them? Do you mind sharing about that?
I would mostly say their exposure to the LGBT community is slightly different. I did have times where I would walk around and then someone would call me muchacho instead of, muchacha. So I didn't mind it just because I know that it never bothered me, but at the second glance, they might be like, oh, that's a girl. But I think that with the exposure in general with our younger generation, teaching the older generation of different gender pronouns and things like that, it's definitely been an experience, but it's been, honestly a positive one in general.
That's so great to hear. Were there any like cultural boundaries that you found to be different in Costa Rica, in your home country? Anything you want to share there?
I would definitely say they have a lot more of a formal speech. especially with knowing Spanish. I had to pretty much learn Tico language, which is Costa Rican language, all over again, which was pretty cool. It's definitely showed me a different side of Latino culture from being here versus the States, because the States definitely integrates a lot of U.S. customs as well. So the form of speech in general, Latino people in general, we love to hang out and party, which is fun. So definitely seeing how they have a sense of community and family here. Unlike, the States does have that, but it's just the way that they celebrate is definitely a different way, which is awesome and eye-opening at the same time. It's been really cool.
It is interesting too, like what you were saying about the speech, because Spanish is so different in every single country. It's the crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. It's really cool though.
Yeah, because I taught abroad in Spain, and like certain words that have certain meanings in Spanish do not have anywhere near the same meaning in Latin America. Right. Certain words too that they use on a regular basis in Spain are considered like swear words.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I had to like be careful a little bit with what I had to say. Okay, like think about it and be like, okay, that's right. Let me say it now. So I'm good. Yeah.
Definitely. I think that's what's really fascinating about languages though, right? Because English too is also very distinct and it's different from country to country. So it's fun to see that existing in other areas of the world.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, do you mind sharing a little bit about your thoughts on safety in Costa Rica as a member of the LGBT community?
I would definitely say, of course, you have to be safe anywhere you go nowadays. But I love how, like I said earlier, people are very cautious and protective of one another. If they see something, they say something. So if there is like any issues with pickpocketing or things like that, I never come across it, thank goodness. But if a situation like that occurs, someone else steps in and actually helps out that person that is in need or things like that. But safety overall, I feel 100% comfortable here. I can be myself and I don't have any issues. It bothers me, luckily. But of course, you can never be too careful. Walking around at night alone is obviously pretty dangerous with any place you go. So usually we try to stay in groups or in packs. Tell somebody where you go, obviously, is another thing. But yeah, I mean, overall safety has been a 100% check mark in the book. So yeah.
Good. Thanks for sharing. I know we are very excited here in Chicago. Pride Week is coming up at the end of June. So that brings me to a really good question. Have you gone to any Pride celebrations abroad or maybe planning to?
Pride is actually happening within a couple weeks here as well. So they've been, organizing events this entire month. The first day of June, actually, a lot of the gay clubs had an opening for Pride Month, which was really cool. They also had Pride Awards for different companies and also individuals who have really impacted their community, which I was unfortunately unable to attend, but I had a lot of friends who had attended. But I'm excited for Pride. I can't wait. It's going to be really fun, and it's going to be around, I believe, June 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. So we're preparing for it.
Are a lot of the celebrations going to be close to you? Like, do they have some in San Jose proper? Or do you have to like move around to get to them?
So each province has their own little, celebration, but the big Pride Parade is going to be in San Jose, in the actual city. And then from there, a lot of the participants or companies and participants who are going to be there, usually going to be centralized in the cities.
Okay. Sounds like a very fun week ahead of you.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, kind of diving into a little bit about moving abroad, do you have any advice for any of our students who maybe are considering moving countries, maybe even moving to Costa Rica specifically? Any advice you want to share about planning for your move abroad?
I'll definitely say save money. Saving money is a big thing because, you never know what could happen. And at the same time, do your research. If you feel like something that you're more set on is comfortable for you, just go for it. And then if you don't feel comfortable, then there's another place you can go to. I think the great thing about being TEFL certified is that you can take that certification anywhere abroad. So if you want to experience new culture, if you want to be able to, make new friends at the same time, it's easy, and the community is so big. I didn't realize how big it was until I moved here. And I received tons of advice, and that's another thing too. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to be able to just go out there. Even if you don't know the language, someone's going to help you. So I think that's the cool part about it as well. So save money, ask a lot of questions, and just have fun.
That's really good advice. And you're totally right, too, about there being so many different countries and locations that you can go to. Like, was Costa Rica the country that you anticipated you would go to, or did it change a few times?
It did change a few times, actually. I wanted to go to Panama at first, just because my mom's side of the family lives there. And then, of course, they do have English schools there as well. But something was just calling me to Costa Rica, so I just toggled back and forth for a while. I was like, you know what? Let's just go, see what happens, and I'll have fun. And then if it doesn't turn out the way I wanted to, then I can always go to another place.
Yeah. Costa Rica's been on my list for forever because I feel like it combines, like you can live in a city, right? But then you've also got mountains, you've got nature, you've got rainforest, you've got beaches. Like it has so much of everything, and it's really unique compared to the rest of Latin America in that sense. Definitely. Like there's something for everyone. It's really cool.
It's definitely a diverse country in general. If you want to go to the beach, it's about 2 to 4 hours away. The mountains are all around you all the time, and you can be able to go to one of the 127 volcanoes that are here, so which is pretty cool. And then just even the climate in general too. Like if you want to go someplace colder, go to the mountains. If you want to stay in the warmer areas, stay in the city. So it's definitely been a great experience. You should come, of course, if you want to visit at any time, or even if you want to teach. So definitely cross that one off your list.
Yeah, totally. Did you lock in your job in advance, by the way, or in person? Like, how did that hiring process go?
So at first I had applied online. They asked me for a phone interview, and then I actually had to do an in-person interview as well. So once I arrived here, I interviewed with the company, and then I received the job after that.
Okay. I feel like that is a pretty common practice. It's almost like a cultural thing too, right? Where I think there's something to be said of like shaking your hand, showing you around the school, and having that like personal interaction that's very meaningful for them in order to be like, yeah, we want you to be in our school.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like as well they want to see that you're here and that you're invested in your time and actually wanting to teach. So I think that's definitely a great experience as well, because not only are they wanting to inform and show you around the different schools, or even having a professional interview as well. But at the same time, with the investment and time that they want to see somebody who is passionate about teaching in general, it's been a great experience just because they just so open and welcome and positive to wanting to give a service to somebody else who's really wanting to reach another level of their potential.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Did the school help you find housing too, or like did you connect with our alumni networks? Like how did that process go?
Did both, actually. So the company that I work for pretty much helping with setting up everything from my visa process to housing, even getting a cell phone here in Costa Rica. But then also with the alumni, they helped out a lot with getting an apartment here with my roommate. It has been super easy, super smooth. We had no issues, so I've been very lucky in that part.
That's awesome. I always love looking at our country-specific Facebook pages and seeing all the different conversations going on. That Costa Rica chat is always moving. Like there's always responses. It's really fun to go through.
Yeah, definitely. At least I get 3 or 4 alerts a day from that Costa Rica chat, so it's pretty cool.
So-and-so has posted. Now another person has responded. Another person has responded.
Right. Yeah, definitely. It's been a good experience.
That's so wonderful. Well, yeah, I know we've been asking like any and all questions. It's been so fun to just hear about your experience over in Costa Rica. And thanks for letting me fire out questions to you back and forth. Any last like words of advice or anything that you want to share and tell our students about today?
Honestly, just be yourself overall, no matter if you're LGBT or even if you're an ally. Pride Month has been very special to me just because I came out when I was 16. I'm now 27 years old. So being a kid from Virginia Beach, seeing how, being LGBT within that community has expanded my horizons. has honestly showed me many things about myself that I actually cherish. But, you know, when it comes to teaching abroad or being LGBT, just be yourself overall, you know, people are going to be looking up to you in many ways. You have a sense of responsibility that you have to uphold to the community, especially with teaching the second language. So, you know, have fun with being who you are. Don't be afraid of who you are, and just, you know, show the world, you know, don't be scared.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of this with us today, for sharing your story, your experience teaching in Costa Rica. I know it's probably going to generate a lot of questions for our students who are also looking to teach abroad. I want to let them know that they've all got admissions advisors. Reach out to us. We're here to answer your questions.
Yes.
And like, keep looking at our Instagram and our Facebook too. I feel like we're constantly posting videos. Like, you might have even seen, Natalia, all the millions of Instagram takeovers that we're constantly doing.
Oh my goodness, yes, and I've loved every single one of them just because, like, being with the TEFL community as well and talking to my admissions advisors has showed me so much more about how you can just speak to someone and they can just be blunt and direct. Yeah, so I love it.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, so everybody, if you're interested in teaching abroad, you've got an admissions advisor to work with, reach out to us. We're here to answer your questions, and keep tuning into our social media for future Facebook Live sessions like this one. All right, bye.
Awesome. Bye. See you later.